Hey, what's up, you guys? Today I have part 2 of my Sephora VIB sale haul. I finally got the rest of the stuff in. Turns out, you know how when you order online and you can save like an address as your billing address or your shipping address? Turns out these two boxes were sent to my old dorm address. I didn't check to see what the address was they were saved under, so that's why it took so long. I also have one thing that I purchased from BH Cosmetics that I really want to show you guys, because I think they have a sale going on right now for brushes from BH Cosmetics. I could be wrong, but I thought I heard something like that. And again, just so you know, I shopped through Ebates for all of my Sephora VIB stuff and the BH Cosmetics, so I will be getting cash back, which is an excellent thing to do if you shop online a lot like me. So I'm just going to show you the BH Cosmetics thing first, just because, you know, it's one item and I'm just going to get it out of the way first. So I wanted to get a new brush kit. I have a good amount of brushes. But I've noticed that some of them, I recently repaired this one, but some of the ones that I have that look like this, the ferrules have been breaking off from the handles, and this one I tried to repair with rubber cement. I haven't actually used it since I've repaired it, so I don't know how well that actually went down, but it seems pretty solid, but they've been breaking, and so I wanted to get a new brush kit. But the ones at Sephora were kind of expensive and didn't have as many brushes as I wanted. So I saw this one on BH Cosmetics website. This is the little kit that it comes in, and it's got this really pretty rose gold little latch here. I really like this brush roll. So you basically flip up the latch and then open it up. I have not used any of these brushes yet, but you can see that they're all rose gold ferruled, and they reminded me of the Sigma kit that has the copper ferrules, which I really want, but that's like a $400 brush kit, which is never going to happen for me, so I decided to go with the BH Cosmetics one. These, I believe, were about, I want to say like $20, $25, which I think is a really good deal for all the brushes that you're getting in here, and, you know, they're just really pretty, so why not? So basically you get a powder brush, an angled contour brush, a flat foundation brush, and then just a bunch of eye brushes, and then some spoolie and brow brushes. I think my favorite brush in here so far that I've seen, I haven't used any of them, but is this big like blending brush. I don't have any brushes quite like this. In fact, a similar brush to this I was thinking of buying from Sigma singly, but now I don't have to because I have it in this kit. So I think that's a really good deal. They have a ton of different brush kits on BH Cosmetics website, so I definitely recommend, if you're in the market for brushes, to go there first before you buy anything expensive from like Sigma or Sephora, things like that. So, now moving into the actual Sephora stuff, which you guys probably came here to see. The first thing I bought was something that I had promised myself I was going to buy during this VIB sale, was a fragrance, and I am really, really addicted to this particular fragrance, so I was like, you don't get 20% off on fragrances ever. So I picked up the My New York perfume from DKNY. I've tried 2 samples of this, and I've loved it every single time. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's really cute. It's shaped like a heart, and it's got this little, what is it, the little sprayer up top. And this perfume smells so freaking good. I don't really know how to describe it, but it is on Sephora's website, so you can go on there. It has like a warm, fruity, florally scent to it that I really like, and I think is really good for fall. And the packaging is adorable as well. So this is a perfume I definitely recommend maybe just trying at Sephora. I know I didn't like it the first time I smelled it, but as I continued to wear it, it lasted a really long time on me, and it just smelled really good. So I would definitely recommend trying this out. Again, this is the My New York perfume from DKNY. And this is the 1.7 ounce one. Okay, so I had that, and then I also had, I believe, this in that same purchase. This I actually really wanted. Leading up to the VIB sale, I had been throwing things in my shopping cart so that I knew what I kind of wanted going into the sale, and then I could just immediately purchase it rather than spending forever looking for things. And this was one of those items that I threw in my cart, but then when I went to purchase for the first purchase, it was out of stock, but then they restocked it for only a few, it said only a few in stock, so I immediately jumped on it, and I was like, I want to get something from the NARS holiday collection. I don't really have a lot of NARS things, but this was something that just really caught my eye for fall. This is what the packaging looks like. It's just a blush. You can see that it's got this white, almost shattered looking, raised print on the box, which I think is kind of cute. And then the rest is this red metallic trim. This is the color Almeria. I think that's how you pronounce it. Almeria. So let's open this up. I've been waiting to try all these things just for this video. You have no idea. I got this yesterday and I wasn't able to film. And I've just been swatching things and I can't use them until this video. So this is what the packaging looks like. Again, it has that shattery looking feel to it on the black, which I think is really kind of classy and I like it. But this is the shade. It's just a I don't know how to describe it, a reddish dusty rose color. I think it's so pretty, and it's so pigmented. I barely had to swipe my finger across it to get that much of a swatch. That's what it looks like. Oh, I think it's just the most gorgeous thing, and I think it's going to look so good for fall, with the effect of being outside and your cheeks getting real, red already, at least from where I'm from, because it's freezing outside. And then having this underneath that natural kind of flush, I think it's going to be so gorgeous. I cannot wait. Oh, cannot wait to use that. And then the next thing I got was from Bite Beauty, and this is what everyone's been raving about from Bite Beauty. This is their high pigment lip pencil set. You get 4 colors in here, and each color is about half the size of a normal one. And this was $25. I'm pretty sure if you buy one on its own, it's I don't know, $24, something like that. So this was a really good deal. It comes in this rubberized little Bite Beauty tin with the little bee symbol on it. So you can reuse the tin, which is really cool of them. And then it looks like this. It's got this nice paper packaging, and then there are the 4 colors. Oops. There you go. There you can see them all. That's how they're laid out. So you get 4 shades in here. The first one is the more nudish of the 4, and I think this is going to be more of my favorite one. This is in the color Sable. Yeah, Sable, right? Sable. There's an accent on the E. Sorry. But this is what the pencils look like. They're just, they're your ordinary chubby sticks. So Sable is more of a pinky nude. These are all really glossy. They're not the matte lip pencils. They are the glossier ones. So there it is right there. It's just a nude pink, which I think I'm going to really love. The next step up from that, being more kind of neutral, is Rhubarb. So it looks like this. And there's Rhubarb there. It's a little bit darker, a little bit more mauve-y. I think I'm also going to really love this one. So, excitement. The next one is something that I also kind of want to get more into for fall, and it's a berry lip. This is the color Winterberry. I'm pretty sure I heard that Winterberry was exclusive to this set. but I could be wrong, so I don't know. I just nicked it on the cap. Ah! Okay, well, that sucks. I hate when you do that, right? So there's Winterberry. It's like a more berry, berry color, I guess, obviously. And then the last one is a red. This is pomegranate. And it looks like this. This is the one that I don't know I might get the least amount of wear out of because I don't wear red lips that often. But there's that right there. It's just a nice, fire engine red. And they're all really creamy and pigmented. So this was a really good set. If you can still get your hands on it, I definitely recommend trying to do so. Let me wipe these off because they are so creamy and pigmented that I don't want them to get on anything. So let's just wipe off those swatches. Alright. So the last purchase that I had made was my first actual VIB Rouge exclusive purchase. This palette I don't think is made public yet to, like for anybody to just buy. My first order that I made that you've already seen in the first video, that pushed me to VIB Rouge status. So then immediately I went and purchased this. In fact, the reason I bought those hair ties in the first part was because I wanted to get to VIB Rouge because I wanted this palette. And this is the Smashbox Double Exposure palette. I have never tried anything eyeshadow. I think I've tried one eyeliner, and that's it from Smashbox. So I really don't have a lot of experience in Smashbox makeup. But I really like the eyeliner that I have. And in this palette, you get a you get a full exposure mascara sample, and then there's a bunch of like how-tos and little pamphlets like that. So here's the mascara. It's the Smashbox Full Exposure, which I've heard is a pretty good mascara. And then there's that box. So in here you get a little how-to guide. So it shows you ways to do your eyeshadow depending on the shape of your eye that you have. So for example, there's like an almond eye, there's a round eye, there's even one for hooded eyes, which I kind of have. So this is really helpful. And then the whole reason behind this double exposure palette is because this palette is supposed to be very good when used wet. The shadows, you get, I believe, 14 shadows, but it's supposed to turn into 28 shades when you use them wet. So this is a little sheet that kind of tells you what each shadow is supposed to be like when it's wet. So for example, this shadow here, it's normally a shimmer shade, but then when turned wet, it turns metallic. This one here is a matte. It gets deeper when it's wet. So that just kind of tells you what each shade is supposed to be like when it's used wet. And it also says on here, it says, don't worry about getting your shadows wet. They'll never glaze over and will always dry like new. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like. So it just says double exposure. I gotta be honest, I never use my shadows wet just because it's kind of inconvenient for me. Where I live, I'm in a dorm, so in order to get my brushes wet, I have to go all the way down to the bathroom and, get some water, bring it back here. It's just more convenient to use them dry. So I might have to try these wet, but I do like the shades anyway, so I just thought, why not? So this is the double exposure palette. This is how thick it is. You get a really nice brush in here with a flat shader side and then a more angled, fluffier side. And then you get a nice sized mirror on the inside. You can see there. And then these are what the shades look like. There's just a nice range of like pinky rosy tones, more cool tone purple and violet tones, and then some browns and some black, like a black in there too. So that's what the shades look like. I thought it was really pretty for fall. I'm really loving this shade here. This is called Copper. And I've done a little bit of swatching. I haven't actually worn these shades yet. Just look at how pretty that is. I know you can't see on camera, but it does have some burgundy undertones, I think, to it, which just makes it so pretty. And I've never used any Smashbox shadows before, so just by swatching these, I'm really impressed at the quality of the shadows. The last thing that I got was kind of a surprise. I didn't pay for this. This was a point perk. I believe this was a 500 point perk from Urban Decay. And I wasn't really sure what to think of this when I saw this on the site. I don't even remember clicking on it. It just showed up in my box, so I don't know what that is. But this is the Urban Decay Urban Obsessions Sephora Beauty Insider Kit. When I saw this online, I thought it was going to be kind of like one of those things that you get like when you order from Urban Decay, and it's just like a piece of paper with like probably 1 or 2 uses of each shadow like sealed on the paper, so I was kind of not too into it, but I'm actually really glad that I got this. So you get an actual little palette. Like, how cute is that? And it just says Urban Decay on it. Before I go into the palette, what's also cool about this box is that it opens up from here, and you get a little sample of the primer potion on the inside, which I thought was really cool as well. So I'm going to have to keep the box. So this is what the palette looks like. On the inside you get 4 shades and a nice mirror. You get Skimp, which actually is in the Naked 2 Basics palette. So it's a classic shade that they always have. That's probably the only one. Actually, wait. Let me grab my ammo palette. Yeah, I have 2 of the shades already. So Skimp is in the Naked 2 Basics palette. And then I also have Oil Slick, which is this black, in the Urban Decay Amber palette. But that's okay. And then you get Bust, which when swatched looks really super close to MAC's Satin Taupe. So I think that's a really pretty shade, and it's very blendable and nice. And then you get Guilt, which is this shimmery pink shade that may or may not be in the Vice 2. I checked this morning in the Vice 3 and it's not in there, but I feel like I've seen this shade before. So I don't know, it may be in the Vice 2. But then what's also cool about it is they give you a mini 24/7 liner in the color 0. So this is their classic black shade that I don't have. So yeah, if you have, this was a 500 point perk, I believe. If you have 500 points that you just want to spend on eyeshadows, definitely get this. I mean, you can try an eyeliner, you can try 4 Urban Decay shadows. It has a nice mirror on it. I think it's just a really good kit. So definitely check that out as well. Wow, this was way longer of a video than I ever thought that it was going to be for such a small amount of items. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was the second or last part of my Sephora VIB sale, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, let me know down below what you purchased during the VIB sale, and if there's any new products you're excited for, such as the Double Exposure palette. So yeah, let me know all that down below. Like this video if you liked it, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!